Grossing $200,000 a month from the backseat of Rolls-Royce, Ferrari, Lamborghinis, McLaren's private jets, none of it is going to appear in today's video. Because in real life, serious investors would rather invest this money into their business, not in quickly depreciating, meaningless symbol of status.
Nice.
Online experts love to talk how easy it is to manage properties, but somehow none of these experts mentions rental applications. And that's exactly what we are covering today, rental applications. What to ask, what to avoid, and how not to get summoned to court by someone you barely chatted with online. Hey, I'm Felix. I reviewed hundreds of applications. Some of these applications were sketchy, some of them were great, and a few could easily be used as a perfect storyline for some YouTube video, maybe one day. In this video, I'll walk you through exact red flags and green lights that we use to separate good tenants from serial lease abusers. In the previous video, we spoke how to market your property for rent, and lease application is probably the most crucial step in this process. In the past, I used to show the property to anyone who would show their interest in the property that we had up for rent.
What a waste of time that was.
Nowadays, we ask to fill out a simple online application with anyone who is interested in seeing the property. Name, rental history, employment, if any, and some other questions about potential renters. Did they have any evictions, judgments, or if there is any additional information they would love to share with us before seeing the property. This helps us to build a solid list of applicants who are interested in seeing the property. Later, we'll analyze their answers, select the most qualified ones, and show the property to them. And then we'll be able to use this initial application in doing a deeper background check with those who are interested in moving forward with the process.
You still have some faith in the system, don't you?
This helps us to build a good list of applicants that we want to show the property to. Bear in mind, this is early stage of the process, so you don't want to waste too much of your time at this stage, but at the same time, you want to use this information to weed out obvious mismatches. The must-have information. Obviously, the application must be completed fully. If someone is really lazy and cannot fill all the basic information, that is an automatic red flag. Think about it. Even to rent space on Airbnb or hotel, you need to provide your personal information. And if someone is making this serious of a step and fail to complete their basic information, that is an automatic red flag. Applicant's employment and income that you are able to verify. Look for stable employment history and verifiable income sources, usually 2.5-3 times the rent amount. Check if the numbers make sense. Usually rent is the major expense, but on the other side, they do have other monthly expenses as well. Health insurance, gas, food, auto insurance, and I'm pretty sure there is a bunch of other expenses that everyone has. So just make sure that you account those expenses as well, compile them together, do not forget that they need to pay you rent as well, and just see if their monthly income would be enough to cover all of these expenses.
Yes, science!
Rental history with landlord contacts. Please make sure they provide all of this information. You don't have to call their landlords at this stage, but bear in mind you'll have to do it later if they're interested in your apartment. Again, just make sure that that rental history makes sense. If someone moved 3 times in the last year, that is not a good sign. So make sure they have a good contact information for all of their previous landlords. And make sure that this contact information is not the contact information of their current roommate. Most of the time, you'll know if it is a good reference or not. Once again, you don't have to call these landlords right away, but just Pay attention to what kind of phone numbers they left in the application, check the area code on the phone numbers, and also check what kind of emails that they provided in that contact information. With that, let's move forward to the next part, red flags to watch for. Self-employed with no verifiable proof of income or moved 4 times during the last year or two, ask questions. Remember, you are not a detective, so you do not have to interrogate them to get all the answers you need. They are looking for rentals, so it is in their best interest to provide all the information that you require to be able to rent to them. Eviction history or judgments. At this stage, you don't run credit and background reports, but if anything looks suspicious, remember that you can always look up public data. Hint, court data is public, so just go on county's website and you'll be able to cross-reference their name and last names against public records. Basically, we have a mandatory question about their past evictions and judgments, and if they lie about any of that, we decline application right away. No questions asked. Pressure to move in fast or skip steps. If someone wants to bypass screening or rushing you through the process, there is usually reason for that. Remember, not only are you doing it for your own sake and safety of the property, you also want to make sure that the process is equal and fair to everyone. You also have to comply with aspects of Fair Housing Act. Last time I checked, it wasn't cancelled yet by one of many executive orders of our wonderful president.
Wouldn't that be a stupid thing for me to say?
What information to verify? ID and supporting documents. Here you can match name, date of birth, and their address across the information they provided in their answers. You also will be able to cross-reference that information with credit and background reports that you'll be getting later. Income source legitimacy. Is it legitimacy or legitimacy? Legitimacy. I'm going to be repeating here myself, but just make sure that their employment information is real. Google it, go on LinkedIn. Later, you'll have to be calling their manager, HR, or maybe company. And once again, you'll have to make sure that those people on the other side of the line, these are not their other roommates from their current residency. Social media and online footprint. I'm glad I was able to pronounce this one. Look, I get it, you don't want to be creepy, but on the other side, you are handing over a valuable asset. You don't want to deal with someone who has these nicknames on their Facebook profiles. And I have to read these two. Big Dog, double G's twice, or AK Block Boss. I'm pretty sure this won't match their IDs. Or a picture of a car on their profile page. Both the background, that large picture, and that circle one.
Oh my.
I'm not even sure if they drive such a car. Bottom line, a good rental application isn't about single document. It is the process. It is about consistency, honesty, and verifiable information. Build reliable verification process and stick to it. Make sure you treat all the applicants equally. Yes, there are countless regulations for property managers and landlords, and you have to follow all of them. But at the end of the day, this is your property, and it's totally up to you how to treat it and whom to let in. If this helps, like this video, share it with your friends or business partners. Just share it with anyone. Let's spread information based on knowledge and experience, not from some TikTok paid promotional video with some exotic cars on the background. Lease for one day. And obviously, subscribe for more. I just googled real estate reels with cars on background. Very top response. An effective way to showcase properties or promote your real estate services. Location shots, lifestyles. It just gives you full instructions on how to shoot these videos and how to promote them. Good knowledge. Awesome.